What's going on, everybody? Bobby O'Brien here. Today we got an amazing video for you. I'm going to show you why you absolutely have time to dedicate to your health and yourself to exercising, meal prepping, or anything else that's actually going to benefit you, even if you're working super long hours behind the computer like I am right now. A lot of you guys feel like your schedule is controlling you rather than you controlling your schedule, and I'm going to show you exactly how we can take back that control by simply just looking at it. So let's do that right now. I'm going to use an extreme example and a non-extreme example. So with the crazy one first, I'm going to use a 70-hour work week example. So this is if you're working 10 hours a day, every single day, and you're also allocating 2 hours additionally of your time to family time. So that's already 12 hours, right? But if you're going to wake up at, let's say, 5 a.m. and stay awake up until 9 p.m. until you go to bed, that is already 16 hours. So there's 4 hours already in each one of those days in which you can allocate time to your health. And keep in mind, I've made videos in the past, especially when it comes to exercise, one very recently of me just working out with a pair of dumbbells, walking you through how you could target every single muscle group in the human body with literally just a pair of dumbbells. Made it so easy and made a point of how easy it was by just using a pair of dumbbells and taking the video outside of my backyard barefoot, right? And I've also made another video in the past talking about how you can see amazing results with your exercise regimen by just working out for a period of just even 13 to 15 minutes. Even with just a bout of 13 minutes, you can still see a lot of in the way of benefits in terms of muscular endurance, a big boost in your muscle mass, which is really what we want anyway. Really, that's all we need if we are looking to exercise from the perspective of losing weight. We just want to boost our muscle mass so we can boost our metabolic rate. And we can do that by working out for literally 13 minutes. I'll go ahead and drop both of those videos below, but getting back into it here, if we know that we really just need 13 to 15 minutes at least to get the benefits that we need to boost our muscle mass and also boost our metabolic rate so we can eat away at our body fat stores and lose more weight, then if we're doing a push-pull leg split, for example, just 3 workouts per week and each one's just 15 minutes to make the math easy, that's 45 minutes a week. So coming back to this, knowing that even with a crazy schedule like this where you're working 10 hours each day, every day, and you're also allocating 2 hours of you time, family time, whatever time, you still have 4 hours left each day. That's 28 hours. And knowing that you only need to dedicate about 45 minutes to exercise to get the benefits that come from exercising, then the only thing that is stopping you is you, and it is not a lack of time. So that alone, before even jumping into this example, completely debunks the fact that you don't have time, because I hear that same old BS excuse from you guys all the time. And look, I honestly run a schedule quite like this, right? A 70-hour work week where I'm working every day, right? I run an online business. And as a business owner, you have to do a lot of work. And you business owners that are watching right now understand this, that are wearing a lot of hats right now and putting out a lot of different fires. And even then, spending all this time being sedentary, working at my desk or standing up like I am right now with my raised computer stand, working here at my computer, I still find time to work out, and I find a lot more than 45 minutes, yes, for sure, but even then, I'm still working a lot of hours, and I still find a lot of time that I can dedicate to myself. So it's really not not being able to find the time, it's you making the time for what's important, right? Because if your health is enough of a priority to you, you will find the time, or if anything, you won't just find the time, you'll make the time, and you'll make yourself a priority. So what I want you guys to do is to literally just get a piece of paper out and a pen like this, draw a graph, your hours of the day. You don't have to put it in military time like I did, but then the days of the week, right? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And then you can get 3 different colored pens, 3 different colored markers, whatever it may be, but then just highlight when you're working, when you're not working, and then what time you're dedicating to your family. And then you can easily highlight the areas in your day in which you actually have time to dedicate to your health. And usually it's going to be the morning sometime around midday during your lunch break, or sometime after work. And you can see that here with what I highlighted here with the dark shade for exercise, morning, I guess somewhat midday, and then the evening. And it's going to be different for everybody because you all have different schedules, but I can promise you that if you just draw this graph out, you will absolutely 110% prove to yourself that you do have time to dedicate to yourself, even though you're acting like you don't. And I know that it's mentally exhausting to be working long hours behind a computer as an IT guy, a guy working on his business right now, executive, accountant, anyone else that works as a network engineer, any other desk-oriented, high-performing job where you have to perform at a high level definitely still takes a lot of performance and takes a lot of mental energy, right? So it still makes it difficult to go to the gym before or after. But to be honest, not just you guys, we right? Because I do this too. We have it a whole pretty good, honestly. Being sedentary, sitting for long hours, and then going to the gym, even if we had to put out a lot of fires at work, watch codes all day, being a network engineer, get on a bunch of Zoom calls, whatever it may be, going to the gym is going to be far easier with that type of a work schedule than being a construction manager or working on fixing somebody's pipes all day. And thank goodness we have those people, and I am so thankful that we have men like that do work like that, but I really feel sorry for them whenever they have to go to the gym right after work, and I commend those guys for doing it because it's a lot harder. So for us, guys like me, guys like you that work long hours behind the computer for long periods of time, for us to sit here and make an excuse to not go to the gym when we got other guys out here that are grinding, working on pipes, doing some blue collar work, spending long hours outside on their feet all day in construction or whatever other blue collar field that you want to use as an example, they still go out and go to the gym anyway, and we don't when we're sitting for long hours? That's ridiculous. There is nothing stopping you except yourself. And once again, you just need to dial in the accountability and the motivation to apply yourself and put yourself up on the priority list. Because if you haven't been making time for this for a long time, that's something that you should definitely snap out of. But you have to take a look at your schedule if you feel like you can't do it, just to prove to yourself that that excuse is a lie and that's a limiting belief that needs to be broken as soon as possible. But then a lot of you guys will look at a schedule like this, and to be honest, not all of you have a 70-hour work week schedule like this. I just wanted to use an extreme example. But a lot of you guys will look at this schedule and you'll say, you know what? I kind of already knew this. I already knew that I had time in the morning. I already knew that I had time midday. I already knew that I had time after work. But you still don't want to do it. And that's how you know you need to make a change, because you know what you should be doing, but you don't want to do it anyway. And that signifies that you definitely need some level of accountability, especially if you've been struggling for years and years and years. A guy that's done super well with his career, you're advancing your career even, but you're still not advancing with your health, and you have some stubborn belly fat that you literally have no idea how to get rid of with a routine that actually works for your crazy schedule with you working long hours behind the computer. And if that's you, I highly recommend you click the top link on the top of the video description or the link on the bottom of the video description to speak with me directly to see if I can help you lose weight sustainably and get a flat stomach without having to count or restrict a single calorie, by plugging in an approach, a routine that will actually work for your busy schedule, even if you're working long hours behind the computer with a high performing job that requires a lot of mental energy. So if that's you, click the link. If you're some teenager, please don't click the link. If anything, if you're some teenager that works at McDonald's, this video and this whole channel is not for you, and you should most likely click off. So a few other things I wanted to discuss as well is the 50-hour work week schedule as well, right? So this is just Monday through Friday. Same exact thing, 10 hours a day, 2 hours dedicated to your family, but it's just 50 hours. And that's not even counting the weekend. And this is a lot less extreme. Honestly, this is going to be pretty similar to a work schedule that you guys have. Working Monday through Friday, maybe 50 to 60 hours a week, and then you have the whole weekend to dedicate to your health. And if you're not working out on the weekend right now, I don't know what to tell you, especially if you feel like you're already crunched in on time and you're still finding all these different areas of your day that you can actually dedicate to your health. At the end of the day, once again, there really is no excuse. Even if you're working 70-hour weeks, right? I mean, if you can pull it off here with all the examples that we just went over, with how you can actually lay this out in front of you, right? Then what does it matter? And then doubling down on what we just said earlier as well, no matter what your work week looks like, at the end of the day, most likely you guys are gonna have a deep this feeling inside of you, knowing that you actually do have time to dedicate to your health, but you really just don't want to dedicate that time because there's other limiting beliefs that are keeping you from actually doing that in the first place. Most likely it's you either, one, not making this enough of a priority, or two, you just not having the motivation or the accountability to actually make it work, right? And the moment Steve, who lost now almost 40 pounds in, I would say, about 4 to 5 months, and got a flat stomach within 2 months, 30 pounds in 2 months as well. He's gaining a whole lot of muscle. He is very, very busy. He's a network engineer, he's an IT professional, and he is always watching the networks, right? And he's constantly working long hours behind the computer, but he still works out 5 days a week. And he has completed 90% of his workouts, even though he's got a hectic, busy schedule where he's working long hours behind the computer. He still doesn't make any excuses. We've created a plan that doesn't feel like an absolute chore. It doesn't completely suck to go to the gym. I'm not getting him on a treadmill running for 3 hours straight, doing some restricted fasted cardio where he's also in a deficit every single day. We're doing really doubling down, focusing on weight training, which is what we do with everyone else that we work with one-on-one, just in different ways. But what's important with him is that he was in the exact same situation as you guys, not making any of the same excuses that you guys do, and he got the results that you guys have been looking to see for probably years and years and years now, with the exact same schedule, with the exact same unideal circumstances. Why? Because he just took action anyway and realized that he had to get some additional accountability and some help with a mentor like myself, and just took action with a routine that actually worked for him. And the same thing that was also true for Dion, who also works long hours behind the computer too. He's an IT sales professional. He lost 12 pounds within his first month. It's now 20 pounds in 6 months. Once again, with all the muscle he's building, doing as well 5 workouts a week. He started with 4 and bumped up to 5 because he liked it so much. And he's completed well north of 95% of his workouts, even with his crazy schedule. He works almost every day. I'm pretty sure he works about 5 to 6 days a week. He's definitely working around 50 to 70 hours per week. Maybe not 70, but definitely north of 50 hours a week behind the computer, working long hours. And he's still dedicating time to his family and his health at the same time. He just needed a plan that was both effective and enjoyable in order to do that, that worked for his busy schedule. And that's exactly what a lot of you guys need too. You just need to put your ego to the side and accept the fact that you may need it if you have been in this exact situation for a long time, seeing little to no results in the exact same spot that you were years ago. So if that's you, once again, click the link on the top of the video description or the bottom of the video description to speak with me directly to see if I can help you do just that by plugging in some accountability and a routine that will actually work for your busy schedule, whether you're working 40 hours, 70, or more. So that's pretty much it for this video. I just wanted to show you guys why you guys do have time and how to prove it to yourself. And even if you already know deep down what you should actually do to make it happen, raise yourself up on the priority list, hold yourself accountable. And if you can't hold yourself accountable, find somebody else to do that. So that is it. Feel free to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at itsbobbyo'brien. The link to my Instagram will be in the middle of the video description. And I will see you guys in the next video.